Hi, I'm Angela from Me Making Sense of Myself. This is a meditation on using humor to find balance when things are hard. In this meditation, I'm going to walk you through a heart-centered meditation where you can connect on a deep level with what it means to you to find balance with humor. When you understand what it feels like to find balance with humor in meditation, you'll be better equipped to remember how to find that balance when things are hard. You're the only one who can do this work. I'm your guide, and it's up to you to connect with your heart. In this meditation, first we'll connect with the heart, and then we'll investigate a time you found balance with humor. And if you're not sure about a time where you found balance with humor, let's just look for a time where you found some humor. And then we'll briefly touch on a time when things just felt hard. And then we're going to transition back into that balance. And we'll figure out how we do that with humor. This way you can better understand what works for you and how you can do that in your daily life. Remember, this is practice, and so is living life. Sometimes you're going to shift successfully and other times you're not. It's okay. Please go out and screw it up, because every time you do, you'll get closer to making sense of yourself. So we're going to start by noticing the breath. Becoming aware that you're breathing. Just come into your breath as perhaps you imagine coming into the meditation circle as you settle into your posture, lifting through the heart, lengthening the spine, relaxing the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Relax the feet, the legs, the belly, the ribs, the chest, the throat, the jaw, the face, eyes, forehead, and scalp as you come further and further into the breath. What are you noticing about the breath today? Maybe it's longer coming in than going out. Maybe there are pauses at the beginning or end. Just notice as you come deeper and deeper to a centered present moment awareness. What would it be like if you started to notice the heartbeat? You can put your hand on your heart or find your pulse, the echo of the heartbeat. The idea is just to become more and more sensitive to your heart, your physical heart, your emotional heart, your energetic or spiritual heart. What happens when you look to your heart with joy? Will that feeling rise up? Does it expand? Maybe it swirls today. Maybe it does something different. Just notice as you come deeper and deeper into your heart. Now I'm going to invite you to imagine breathing through your heart as if your heart is literally breathing. And I'm going to add something else. I'm going to invite you to wonder about the possibility of maybe as you breathe in, the breath comes and swirls and that energy comes into your body. Maybe it does something unpredictable or silly as you breathe in and out of your heart. Just imagine that energy coming in new and fantastical ways. Somehow bringing with it some joy, maybe even some humorous ways. Maybe the energy is dancing. Just notice. Just imagine taking that breath in and out of the heart. And today we're going to investigate using humor to find balance when things are hard. So I'm going to invite you to remember a time, looking back, it can be in the last week, month, year, however far back you need to go, where humor perhaps released some pressure from something hard. Maybe it was a show you watched. Maybe it was a comment someone made. Maybe it's a joke you cracked on purpose. Or maybe you said something that was true and it just became funny. Can you see what was happening in that moment? Can you feel that joy or the laughter? I don't know, when I laugh it seems like there's something that happens right inside of my heart. And somehow it brings back balance to what's happening. You know, there are stories about people like Loki, who's quite humorous, and he upsets the status quo and brings new balance. Or there's the Greek god Hermes, or in Native American there's a coyote. All of these gods, I believe they're all seen as gods, bringing humor, which in turn brings balance, which kind of lets us start all over, or at least from a new place with a new perspective. So that's what we're looking for in the meditation, is one of those moments. And I have to say, I love these meditations on humor because I just want to giggle. And inside, it's like my heart is giggling. So now that you have this moment where balance brought humor or humor brought balance. It could be either way. I want to invite you to look at something that's hard, where things feel hard right now in your life. Maybe notice what that feels like in your body. Is there tension in a certain area? And now what happens when you bring that humor back? That giggling heart. That joy. Perhaps is there a way to find humor when things are hard? I know I've done it, but have you found it? Do you know where it is? Maybe even in this moment, there's a way to look at the situation, and maybe it just seems absurd. Like, how could this possibly be happening? Not to diminish the suffering that's taken place, but in a way that it's recognized as, wow, this is really living. And there's a way to bring balance back to this. I remember reading about, I can't remember what company or what country, but there was a dictator, and one of the ways that they changed the perspective, that people started to recognize there was another way. If I remember the story correctly, they wrote things on like either golf balls or plastic ping pong balls, and they let them go in this big town square. So then, and they made their point, and then law enforcement was picking up all of these ping pong balls or these golf balls. How do you change with humor? How do you rebalance? Maybe it's something like that. There are so many possibilities. So I want you to keep that joy. And maybe even keep that knowledge that times get hard. And as you invite others into the circle with us, whether they're here or not physically nearby, doesn't matter. Just imagine bringing in the people you love, bringing in the people that are part of the hard times, bringing in any spiritual support that you might need. And just notice that even in this moment, there's a sense of connectedness, and somehow they can feel your love flowing from your heart to theirs. Or maybe even today it's humor. And isn't it the core of humor love? And you can feel their heart in yours. And somehow you know that at the very core of this all, we all share the same one heart. And now that you have this idea on how to use humor to find balance, and you know it's possible in hard times, I invite you to share this in how you show up for yourself. How you show up for the people you love the most. And how you show up for others. And I invite you to carry this all on your breath, in your heart, in your speech, and in your actions. Feel free to take a few minutes to come out of the meditation.